Hi, Tim Crown. I'm not deal with the apple waiting this song. So we're waiting for the actor Pat Attah. Like I said, you know, I can't wait. uh, so he's gonna be here soon. I already sent him a message, and yeah, so we're waiting for him. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna take questions or just go through the comments. I don't know, comment section. But yeah, here we go. Welcome back to our channel. So today is the interview with Pat Attah. Finally, we're here. I know some of you have been waiting, and again, okay, just I hope you have enough questions for that. Because as we discuss, I'll be going through the comment section and picking some comments that I could ask him or maybe answer myself. But yeah, what's up? Let me know if you can hear me. That's number one. Very important. If you can hear me, let me know that. Is my mic working? It has to be working. Oh, here we have the hello, sir.
Hey, hello, Team Crown. All I've been waiting to happen, waiting to suck.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back to our channel.
Yes, so
We share the money. We have to share the. We have to share the.
We go share our boss.
Yeah, man. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
Man, yeah, man, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? You're looking good, sir. You're looking so good. It's like, honestly, I've been keeping this, okay? So, honestly, on a more serious note, I've checked your old pictures and recent pictures. You look the same. What is the secret, sir?
It's Photoshop.
It's not Photoshop. I'm seeing you like right now.
It's Photoshop.
Man.
It's good. Well, I would say maybe it's nature and also.
Do you think it's genetic?
Well, somehow it is, but at the same time, I don't allow myself to. I watch what I eat, and I do a lot of sports and every other thing. So, yeah.
Wow, man, seriously, you look at somebody said, ever young and still handsome. Honestly, even if I'm, yeah. Hello guys, I could see they are already online, waiting for the interview to commence. Guys, I've got one of the best actors, Nollywood has ever produced. He's been in numerous great movies and that's still relevant to date. And he starred alongside great actors like Peter Doce, Genevieve, Angela Jalade, Shola Shubowale, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Pat Attah. So how does it feel? Like, the whole life generally.
Well, life is beautiful though. Life is beautiful if you know how to live it. I would say life is beautiful. Yeah.
That's cool. Now, it took us like months to make this happen. Thank you for honoring my invitation, though. But it took months.
You're welcome, and apologies for.
It's fine. It's fine. Can you introduce yourself? Like your introduction. At least let us know, where you're from, like your state of origin.
Okay.
And so on. Who were your role models growing up and all that.
Okay. First of all, for those who don't know my name is Patrick Attah. My native name is Uchenna. I'm from Oka in Anambra State. The last born child in the family of the six. 3 boys, 3 girls. I'm the last, and
wow.
Yeah. And I would say my family, we're all kind of art inclined. you know. So yeah, it's really nothing new to me. And we talked about my role models. First of all, my father. My
Your
parents were
father,
great.
why?
Yeah, I mean, not just my father, my parents, in general. Like growing up, like they, you know, were there to guide us through life, you know. So yeah, my father especially was someone I always looked up to. Was a very disciplined man and down to earth and so many other things, So like they say, charity begins at home, you know.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Would you
So
would you would you say you were born with a silver spoon?
well, well, maybe. Yeah, I could say that. I mean, it wasn't always that rosy, but yeah, yeah. Um, I didn't suffer growing up though, but yeah. So if that's what it means to be born with a silver spoon, then yeah, I would say yes, I was.
Okay. Now how is it like, growing up? I know you started acting at the age of 4.
Yeah,
How is it?
yeah.
Because I know people who like go for auditions, do all these things, and but you started at the age of 4. How?
Yeah, yeah. Because there was this program back then when growing up that myself and my immediate elder brother, bless his soul, we used to attend. It was called Junior Opinion, and there was another one called Do It Yourself. So we used to take part. I mean, it was on television. So once in a while, we had this short, plays that we took part in. So that was
Wow.
how it all started. Yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. Now, professionally, you started acting in 1991.
Yeah.
Now, how did you cross paths with Ramsey Noah?
Um, it's uh, it's a kind of funny story though, but you know, acting. I was going to do music first, okay,
Okay.
and while I was doing, working on my songs, back then it used to be Shabarans and KRS-One and dancehall, reggae, and everything. So I wrote this song, and I thought I was more into raga back then. So I thought, okay, it would be nice to have someone, drop some rap lines on the track. So I was searching, okay, who could do this? Who could do this? And then a friend of mine, my classmate, my former classmate, um, he was like, I know somebody. So he was the one who brought Ramsey. He was like, I know this guy. So I said, okay, bring him over. So he brought him to my house, and we now worked on the song together. But we never recorded that song for some reason. So that was how Ramsey and I met each other. And then along the line, um, my older brother already started a movie. I don't remember the name of the movie, but
Okay.
so that kind of motivated me. That I started thinking about, oh, it would be nice to do some acting too if the opportunity
Yeah.
comes. Yeah, So then we went for an audition somewhere around Yaba. I remember myself and Ramsey.
Wow.
And there, it happened. It turned out to be a Yoruba production. I couldn't speak Yoruba, so yeah, I couldn't speak Yoruba. So
So Ramsey Noah can actually speak Yoruba.
yes, he can, but he also didn't get the role there.
Why?
I don't know what happened, but so we both didn't get
Okay.
a role in the production. So then along the line, he came to my house and was like, then there was no. Okay, we had a landline, but it wasn't everybody who had access to make phone calls then. So he came and was like, hey, Pato, there's this production that we started. It's a soap opera. The guy playing my brother, suddenly dropped the role. He said he's now born again, and he wouldn't like to continue acting anymore, because he's born again. Okay, so he was like, "Are you interested?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So he took me. Back then, I went for the audition because he was already in the production, So I was auditioned by Charles Awoy and me. Uh, then, yeah, it was at Zebedio's office, if I remember correctly. And I got the role, and the upper week, I already started shooting with them. So, and the production was called Fortunes, which led us on to Mega Fortunes. It was on national television back then. So that's how it all started.
Wow. So how was it like first time on set? Like you got the role just like that. How
Sure.
was it like first time on set? Is it something, did you feel like, because sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Look, I could do everything in front of the mirror, but trust
Yeah.
me, when the camera is rolling, my brain interprets something else. Like I become something else, right? So
Uh,
how were you able?
uh, okay. Well. First of all, I had my homeboy there already, Ramsey,
Okay,
playing my brother. Okay,
okay,
he was playing Jeff. I was playing Ken. So already that kind of helped,
yeah,
take some part of the tension away.
tension away.
And before then, I already performed in some venues. That was my music. I did music. I already performed, so I had faces, not a huge crowd per se, but I was already used to something like that. But I won't lie, the first time when the role to take for the first time, I was nervous.
It's
This
a,
is,
it,
this is yeah.
would you say it was hard or something?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was really. I mean, forget about the fact that I did it as a child, but this was a totally different setup altogether. When they called the first action, roll tape, action, I was a bit nervous. The very first take, yeah, I remember that. I was a bit nervous, but yeah, like sometimes we say, brave up, brave up, brave up. So, but that was just the only thing. But you
Okay,
know,
okay,
yeah, they had to cut and then start it again. Then everything started to flow.
yeah. Here we have Zamani TV. I don't know. Can you see it in your end there? He said he's one of the actors that makes me fell in love with Nollywood movies. How old is he? Because he still looks extremely young.
Age ain't nothing but numbers. I'm as young as you want to believe I am. I don't even know my age. I don't even think about age.
That's
You,
great.
you know, you know the truth. The moment you start worrying about your age, that is when you start aging.
Hmm.
That's
Wow.
what I believe. The moment you start thinking, oh,
Yes.
that's when you start aging because you start to worry about it. But I don't even think about that.
Wow. Wow. So, in 1994, you starred in Glamour Girls, which was, one of the best movies, in Nollywood till now.
Yeah,
What was the feeling like being in Glamour Girls?
well, it was a great thing, back then, because that was the second home video after Living in Bondage was the first, but it was in Igbo.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it was in Igbo, a lot of people,
A
people
lot
from
of people.
yeah, watched it. It was
Yes.
the first home video.
Yeah.
So, and it was the same guy, Kenneth Nedwell, who produced Living in Bondage, that produced Glamour
Glamour
Girl.
makes sense now.
Yeah, it was the same guy. So
Yeah.
it was really fun. But I mean, it was no longer a big deal for me because I was already on set of Fortunes. I already gained acquired a lot of experience doing the soap opera. So, um, although I had to be auditioned for living in for Glamour Girls, it didn't come on the platter of gold.
Oh, you were auditioned, and
Oh,
how does the audition work? Because I know there's some up and coming artists. I mean, I said artists. Um, Yeah,
Yeah.
actors, we want to know this. How does it work? Like, what was it like auditioning and you getting the role, and how did they even reach you? After they've certified that okay, this guy is good, I want to use him.
Okay. The first person to send was Liz Benson, because Liz Benson was also part of
Oh, Liz
Fortune.
Benson. Okay.
So they asked her to contact me. So the day of recording, not only when we were doing Fortune, but I think we used to record like I think four maybe from sometimes from Wednesday to Friday or to Saturday. So on one of those days, she came and said, "Hey, Pat, I have something for you. Living in Bombay, but yeah, the producer wants to have you for his new production. He's planning to do." And I'm like, "Okay." And she said, "Okay, after shooting, I'm gonna give you the dress and everything so that you can come for the audition." So it was truly expensive. So I went for the audition, and normally how it worked back then, I don't know how they do it now, but they gave me a script,
Yeah.
told me the character that I was supposed to interpret. And then, yeah, I was told to wait. There was a waiting room, with some other people there. So I had to wait. While I was waiting, I was going through the lines and everything. And then when I was called upon to deliver, I delivered, but I didn't, I wasn't told right away that, okay, you did
Yeah.
well, so you're getting the role. So they were like, okay, we'll get back to you. And that was it. The rest is history. So yeah, they eventually got back to me and said, yeah, okay, you won the role. So that's how it happened.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what movie would you say changed your life?
One movie I would say, I didn't hear.
What
Change
movie would you say changed your life? Like
I played.
after this movie,
Yeah.
yes, then you felt like a celebrity.
Okay. To be honest with you, it wasn't even a movie. But if you would say what movie it was, then it would be Glamour Girls.
Oh,
It would be
cool.
Glamour Girls. Why I said so, although I was already popular because of Fortunes, it was running on national television every Sunday at 8 p.m. So, and then you didn't have, I think you only had Lagos weekend television then. So almost everybody was watching NTA back then. So that alone already gave me a break. But the movie, yeah, definitely had to be Glamour Girls because, I mean, how many people were producing movies back then?
True, true.
So it
Yeah.
was Glamour Girls, yeah.
But let's be serious. But Glamour Girls is like still one of the best. Like it's funny because I saw like a lot of your movies. Just recently, I went back on YouTube and I went through all these things. Like, they still relevant. Like, you still want to watch them. What you still want to like? That's that. Now, you said you started at a very young age, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen people who start at a very young age, became something else, or they allowed this whole stardom to mess up with them because of they were exposed to a large number of crowd at the age of like what am I saying, like 10, so you started this thing at the age of 4. How were you able to still come to your senses and be like, look, I still need to talk to myself, I still need to maintain this, how?
Well, family value. Like I said, when the first question you asked me, I said my parents were my role model. Okay, so they were always there to guide us through.
Hmm.
Yeah, and there's one thing my father used to tell us back then. He would tell you, um, a good name is better than many riches.
Wow.
Then he would tell you, be humble. Humility costs you nothing, but gains you everything. Those were the things our father used to tell us growing up. So, you know, I
It's
grew up, yeah,
it stick.
with those values. I say, yeah. definitely.
Wow, not now. You know, you were very choosy when it comes to roles. You were like when it comes to roles that you want to play. Did that ever create a problem between you and producer, or did you at some point lost a role because of that?
Well, I wouldn't say it created a problem. I mean, if you contact me for a production, the first thing I will ask you is, um, I want to see the script. What's the storyline like? I have to read the script first, and then no matter how good the script is, then I'll ask you about your crew. You know, who are you working with? Who's going to direct the film and everything? Do they know what they're doing? I put all these things into consideration. That's why the fact that back then, the equipment you used back then is nothing to be compared with what they're using right now. But yeah, so it never really caused any problem. I mean, it's like going to the market, or you're going shopping and you see something, you have the right to pick what you want to pick and leave behind what you don't like.
It causes problem now, and that's why I'm asking, because I know
Yeah.
you're very choosy, but trust me now, Nollywood has become something that the producers feel like they have the power, and when you start dictating and asking for too much, okay. I'll give you a scenario. A lady, she produced EJ. The lady that produced EJ or directed EJ, she
Mhm.
said that it was quite difficult to work with Omotola because even while working, before they even got Omotola on set, she wouldn't even talk about that because she said that's a long story. And when Omotola was on set, Omotola has to like dictate, no, this is what the director will be like, this is what you should do, and she'll be like, no, I think I will do more than this. I think I will do more than. So she said it was difficult for her as a director and all that. So for her to say that, I know she maybe next time, I don't know, she might be like, look, I don't want to work with Omotola again because she's too choosy, so
Okay.
uh, and I could when I knowing you to be that person, I could also see that lady saying the same thing about you, like now if that is the so that is why I was saying, if it was now, do you think you would still do the same thing over again?
Yes, I'll do the same thing over again, but there's a difference between my case and the one you just narrated right now. Like I think Omotora already accepted to play the role.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my case is this: if I don't like the script or the storyline,
It's just that.
I'm sorry, we can't work.
And that didn't affect your career.
No, I'll be honest. I'll tell you, no, I'm not. I'm not cool with this story. I'm not cool with this character. So,
Wow.
and I've said it several times, and then the same producers will still come back with a totally different script form. You
Oh,
know, but it's different. Like if I would accept to play the role and I get on set, um, one thing I don't do is to push the director around or try to show that, hey man, I'm bigger than you or whatever, or I'm richer
true,
than you or what. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So I know this happens once in a while with some of my colleagues, uh, but I wouldn't do that. I mean, there have been cases where I thought the director was getting it wrong. What I did was, or what I normally would do is, I would call the director to the side and say, "Hey, I think you can do it this way and that way," without someone else hearing it. It,
True.
it will be better.
Respectfully.
Yeah, it will be better. So that's how I would do my thing. So yeah, it's a totally different case with the Omotola thing you mentioned. But I mean, I've worked with Omotola several times. I don't know being a problematic person. I don't know if she changed. I don't know. But
I don't think that is her as a person. I think because the movie is more like it was a recent movie. It was like in the 2000 and something. I think I will have to check again or something. It's not like she was being like that huge problematic or something, but the
okay,
director was more like she was laughing while she was saying it, but she was just trying to say, what she's trying to say in essence is Omotola is looking for perfection. I think that's what, because of her status or something. So, which I know you too, that's what I mean, that's what
Of
yeah,
course. If I'm involved in the production, I want the
the
best.
best.
Yeah, but the
That's
approach is what I'm talking about.
the approach. Yeah, the approach is important. Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you can't get your word out there, but the approach has to be, respectful. Or, here we have Abraham. That's my namesake. He said his acting chorus is quite uncommon. However, I will want to know what he does now and where he lives.
Well, I can tell you where I live. What I do now, first of all, I can just, I'm a very private person though. So I would say I'm all for legit business, everything I'm
Good,
doing is legit.
good.
That's as much as I can say.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
But I live in Hamburg. I live in Hamburg, Germany. That's where I live.
Okay. Here we have another person, AGK John Okonkwo said, one of my favorite actors back in the days. Are you currently working on any project?
Yes, yes, yes. But everything is on hold right now because of Mr. Corona. So everything is on hold. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't really plan. You can't really plan because we don't know where we're heading right now.
Ah, man,
Yeah,
it's difficult planning this time.
yeah.
And we have Blessed Child. Blessed Child said Fortress was one of the early soap opera. I got to know how good Pat Attah was. I always love his roles in movies. Well, that is it from Blessed Child. Now, how come you never produced like any movie like of your own, back then, and or was it difficult to produce back then? Like,
No,
so
no.
why didn't you feel like, okay, I need to like have my own movie? Like why?
Well, because it's not compulsory that every actor must be a producer. Number one,
Okay, that's
just
true.
like it's not compulsory that every good footballer must be a
A
coach
coach,
afterwards.
exactly. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
as good as Maradona was, he,
It was never even a better coach. Yeah.
you know. But for my case, in my case, to an extent, I'm a perfectionist. And being a perfectionist has its pros and cons, right? I could easily talk to my colleagues back then, like, hey, I want to produce my own film, and they will support me. But if I don't have what I want for a production, then I'm not going into it. You know, I need to have everything in place. I, like I said, I'm a perfectionist. So maybe that's the reason why I didn't try to produce back then. I didn't just want to come out with something just for my name to be registered as, oh, Attah is also a producer. No, not necessary. So that's why I didn't do anything there.
Well, that's good. In most of your roles, it's either you play a lover boy, or a responsible son. Considering the fact that you were, also good looking, how did you handle female fans?
Oh man. Well, first of all, it wasn't that difficult because for me, then if I'm not on set shooting, you find me in my house. I wasn't really the outgoing type, like I wasn't like the party type. I used to go to clubs just to sing at the karaoke bar, you know. And once the karaoke time is over, when it's time for the club to start running, I'm out. So yeah, I ran into some
Of course.
so of course, I had some, I made some funny experiences. Like one time on, was it Opedu? Yeah, I think it was around Opedu. I think then who was launching his album then? I don't remember. I think maybe Rugged Man or Phase. And when we came outside, you know, two girls ran to me and like, oh, we need an autograph. I'm like, okay. Here's your pen. They said no. So they went like this. They pulled down like I should use my finger. They're like I should use my finger and just write it on their chest. Oh man. Honestly, it was at night though. Maybe that was why they were confident enough to do that. So
When was this? Like what
oh,
year or something?
this was I think it was in maybe it was 99 to 2000 thereabout. I think around that time. Maybe. Yeah.
So what was the give us the further details? Like did you do it?
Well, they said sign, so I just used my finger and signed.
Sorry.
Yeah, I asked for a pen and they said use your finger, so I signed. Well, that was it. And DJ Jimmy Jack was there. We were talking outside. Yeah. I remember. He was outside with me. Yeah.
How awkward that would have been. Like, like
yeah, it was. Yeah, but then my number used to. I never changed my number, but fortunately I had my personal assistants, so they were the ones who were always with my phone.
okay.
So yeah, if there's a business call coming in, they tell me, okay, then they bring it out, I take the call. But if it's a female fan, no offense, I don't know if any of them is watching. If it was a female fan, I just tell them, yeah, you guys take care of that,
Wow.
But it used to happen back then. I don't know if I should. Okay, I'll say it all the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Happened. Some of these girls would call, and my PAs would take the call, and then tell them, okay, da da da, and then they would arrange for a meeting with the PA. Some even end up sleeping with my PAs just to get through to me. I swear.
Don't say. Whoa.
Yeah. But me, no.
Now, when that happened, like now, first, how did you get to know that this thing was going on, and what was your reaction like?
Well, of course, I knew what was happening. I could tell. I mean, the guys were loyal. At least they used to tell me, the kind of conversations they were having with.
Sure, guys talk.
Yeah, they used to tell me. And I'm like, I'm like, you guys feel free, but don't soil my name, oh, I beg. Whatever you're doing, don't mess my name up. That's the most important thing for me, But other than that, yeah.
Okay, let us take one question here. Somebody said he's such an inspiration to the African youth. Please ask him, is he married? Does he have any kids?
Another question. Well, like I said, I'm a very private person. I keep everything. I keep my private life to myself. But all I can say is that I'm blessed.
That's amazing.
Very blessed. Yeah.
That's amazing. Also, we have Maria who said, Patata, when it came to Greece that year, my girlfriend once said if he doesn't look outside, she was going to use her body to talk to him. And that's why I asked that question, because I knew female fans are like the trouble, big trouble.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, Greece. Oh, yeah. Athens.
Yes. Do you remember that at the time?
Yeah, I remember. It was in Athens. Yeah. I remember. But nothing happened.
So how? When was what year was that when you went to Greece?
Oh, what do you remember? I don't know. I think maybe it was 2005. Maybe 2005, 2006, thereabout. I think.
Okay, that was a long time ago. And hey, this is the question. You see, like a lot of people are asking this particular question that Afri just asked, right?
Yeah.
Is Patata dating Genevieve? I mean, did he date Genevieve? Did he not dating? Sorry, did he date Genevieve? Like that's the the question I've been getting. Hey, even before now, in the inbox, in my DM, is like, "Hey, I know you're going to interview Attah. Hey, can you ask him about, Genevieve? Like, did he date Genevieve?"
Well, in as much as I like to keep things private, but I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. We dated. It was, yeah, we did date back then. We
Okay.
dated. It was something, yeah, I can say because it wasn't like we were just having fun or fling or something.
Was it serious?
Yeah, to an extent, it was serious. I mean, we did it for over 2 years. Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. Okay. What was Nollywood like without social media?
I don't know if social media is without social media. It was, yeah. I think it was much more mystified without social media. Right now, with social media, you can see basically everything. It's easier for people to reach, for your fans to reach you and everything. Back then, it's only when people see you in the mall or something, But on social media now, and people are posting a whole lot of things also on social media. So it's a totally different ball game right now with social media than it was back then. I think I kind of preferred it back then, though. Yeah. I'm not such a big fan of social media. Like, if you notice, even Instagram, I joined Instagram about 2 years ago. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was. I was basically
So
forced to join. Yeah.
so now putting social media into consideration, like what is your thoughts, like an observer, about social media and the current actors? What do you think is going on that you felt like should have been done differently? But because of the emergence of social media, this thing is a little bit and affecting maybe the actors. Like, what's your take on that? Like, somebody that's observing from outside,
Well,
the
one thing,
effect of social media on this young actors.
yeah, I think it's got its positive side and also the negative side. There are certain things that people shouldn't be putting out there because now um, the internet never forgets. And I see a lot of things going on. I see some of the young actors or actresses doing certain things, and sometimes I ask myself, do you realize that you're supposed to be a role model to a whole lot of people? Because, it's not just about acting and becoming famous.
True.
It carries a whole lot of responsibilities. And if you want to be a public figure, you have to try as much as possible to be responsible because there are so many people who are watching you, they're watching your footsteps, and they're doing what you do. And sometimes even the things you're doing on social media are not the real things you would do in real life.
In real life. True.
But these people just follow through. They just, oh, okay, he's doing this and they. So let me say, for instance, like it's just an example. Someone
True.
is drinking and cruising. It's all for the gram, right? But
Sure.
there are people out there who are looking up to such a person who would, in real life, be like, okay, yeah, this guy is drinking and cruising. Let me do the same too.
The same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the people have to be really careful, and I see a whole lot of unhealthy competition going on. So
Hmm.
it's not necessary, and it's
True.
basically because of social media. It's not necessary. People have to they have to learn to love one another more than they do right now.
So
There's no
that
way.
brings me to my next question. You mentioned love right now, loving one another and
Yeah,
supporting one another.
yeah.
Then and now, what do you see? Is there more support now, or this now is even worse because the hatred is crazy now? Like, I think without you saying a word, I think I'm beginning to
Uh,
understand.
Honestly, from what I see now, it's
Yeah.
worse. It's
Wow.
worse. It's worse. It's worse. I mean, what happened to be your brother's keeper? It's a lot worse now than it was back then. I mean, back then, I mean, it's okay to be in competition with one another because that makes you better. But when it becomes unhealthy, then it's a no-no. You know, there's no love. There's no love. Just a few people. I mean, a handful of should I say them or us? Okay, I didn't live, so I say a handful. Yeah, will still look out for one another, but the rest, no.
Back then, did you guys, look out for one another? Do you guys support one another?
Yes, yes, yes. There was more love back then. There was more love back then. There was more
Can
love
you give
and
us a scenario back
okay.
then that happened with you?
With me, if I can remember, okay, I can't really place my hand on one or two of them. I know a lot
Okay.
happened, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what I'm trying to say now is this: you have a production
Hmm.
going on, you send somebody. Don't forget there was no direct means of communication. While we're even doing those things, I mean, like I said, yeah, there were landlines, house phones, you know. So you always have to send somebody. It takes love. It takes watching each other's back for somebody. I mean, if they tell me, oh, we need Abraham for production, right?
Yeah.
If there's an unhealthy competition between you and
There's no way you.
I will say, okay, but I will not tell you,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Back then, we used to tell each other, we even used to say, oh, man, there's an audition coming up somewhere. Do you want to come? Okay, that's how it used to be.
Wow.
But I
Wow.
don't think it's the same right now. I don't think so. I doubt it. I
Wow.
doubt it.
Here we have a question. It's quite long. Please ask him where exactly he is from in Anambra State. The name Attah sounds like he's from Igala in Anambra West of Anambra State. Please ask him. I need to know. I've lived in Igala before.
I've never heard of the gala or in Anambra West or something, but I'm from Oka.
Okay. Okay.
Oka, yeah, that's the capital of Anambra State. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
But
Here's
I
another question. Okay,
links.
please go on. Go on. Sorry for cutting you short.
No, it's okay. I think we have
Okay.
links with the gala people. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. Here we have a question that says, please ask him his reaction when he heard that Ernest Asuzu is sick, and did he know about his sickness and begging for money for years?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I saw. I don't even know. Maybe it was on your blog, rather, that I saw.
Yeah, yeah, I posted that. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was actually the first time. But
Mhm.
back then, when I was still in Nigeria, I knew he had some issues. Then,
Wow.
on and off. But then he still had the money to take care of himself.
Take care of himself.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, I didn't even know that things got really bad until I saw it on the blog. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then a couple of days ago, then I also got the news that he passed.
Yeah. It's
I
it's very sad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I felt really really sad about it, and yeah, because he was a good friend of mine. And, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm short of words, but
I
yeah,
understand. Yeah. Now you've been a mentor, to many Nollywood actors, and there are some who say that you help them perfect their skills as an actor. How does this feel? Like most of these positive things, your name, has been mentioned. Like, how does it feel? Like, what does it feel like?
um, for those who appreciate, I mean, it gives you this form of fulfillment, like you've been able to touch someone's life, okay,
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
That's just, I feel like, yeah, I feel fulfilled. Like, okay, it's a good thing if you're able to impact someone's life in a positive way. So it's just a feeling of fulfillment. That's what it is.
Now, just in addition to that, I know I watched this interview. I didn't really watch the full interview with Ken, the actor Ken Eriks, and he also explained how you put him on, like you help him get a role, like um and this thing, and that's why I'm asking. Like that is quite amazing, and him saying that that's coming from him also, directly to you. And that's why I was like, man, how does it feel, to be in that position, to help, to be of help, to someone, you know and he's a big actor now. He's been in numerous movies, but I don't think then you never even know that this guy is gonna like grow, like, or anything. You just did your own, like,
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a call. So let me just cut the.
it's
Let me
okay.
just
Yeah,
cut the.
it's okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have Pat Attah, and
Okay,
okay, you're back.
right back. Yeah, I just have to. Yeah, calls coming in. Well, the issue of canaries. To be honest with you, I didn't even remember that I was the one who.
You didn't
Uh,
remember.
no, I didn't remember until he told me. I didn't remember because when I do certain things, I don't do them expecting any reward from whomever. It's only when you're expecting something in return that you keep it in your mind that, okay, I did this for this person, and. So I didn't remember until he narrated the whole story. All I could remember was meeting him. He came. I think he came for the audition or something. We were already on set, and the hotel where we lodged, he came around. He had his guitar. That was actually why I noticed him. I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your guitar for a minute?"
For a
Like,
minute.
yeah, that was how it all started. And then he told me about the audition and that they didn't take him and every other thing. I didn't remember that part until he mentioned it. So yeah, but I remember afterwards when he told me. Then I
When
remember,
told you.
yeah, I went back to the producer and like, yeah, you guys have to create something for this guy, because I see that he's good.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, good thing that canaries actually take advantage, because some people have that um opportunity but never like really take advantage of it. He handled it with passion, and here he is today. Please, here we have Patrick, who says, your namesake, I think. Please ask Pat Attah why he left Nigeria, why he was at the top of his career. This is part of my question though, but I just want to put it out there, like, why, like, you are the top of your career, why would you leave? Why?
Yeah, because man must not live by bread alone.
True.
I have to.
True.
Yeah, and another thing is, I don't regret it. I'm very happy out here. I needed some space. I needed to have a little bit of freedom.
Hmm.
Okay, it was getting too much. It was getting too much. I was basically living my life for other people. I wasn't living my life for me. So
Yeah.
I thought it would be better to go somewhere where most people don't know who I am because we're a totally different country,
Wow.
or continent. So that's one of the reasons why I relocated. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and I'm happy. I'm happy. That's why I always say I stepped aside. I didn't retire. So
Yeah.
when I'm ready to act, I will start acting again.
It is in the body, it runs in the vein. So like there's nothing you can do about it. Even you can't do anything about it.
I can't. I can't.
So do you think there is money in Nollywood? And I have my reason for saying that, but let's first hear yours. Do you think there's money in Nollywood?
Well, yeah. I mean, Well, when you live in Niger, you can say it's money. But when you convert that money, for instance, when I was getting paid like 1 million back then,
Yeah.
if you convert that money now to you or something,
Yeah.
maybe it makes sense. You know, so no matter what, I still think that the actors are being underpaid. Even if you're paying somebody 2 million or even 3 million, hmm, this is something that runs for basically a lifetime. Even though I know that back in Nigeria, we don't know how to preserve things because there are programs I watched growing up, like the Jeffersons or Sanford and Son and everything. I still have a collection of all this. And it's, if you want to order the DVD or the, you know, you can still get them, you know? So it's a lifetime thing. You talked about Glamour Girls. You
Yeah.
can find the clip, the film on YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so it's something that you can always go back and watch. So paying somebody 3 million is not even a lot because you've paid that person off, but the work stays there forever. It's different
Ever.
from, yeah, it's different from when you're doing like a 9 to 5 job or something. You know, you have to work and get your monthly salary. But this is something you do once and it stays there forever. So I think the actors are still being underpaid. But well, when the resources are not there, well, people just have to appreciate what they're getting for now. But if things get better, they should be paid better than they're getting now.
Now that brings me to my next question, which is what do you think about royalties in Nollywood? Because recently, Gideon Okeke shared his opinion on that, and even said that he will leave the job, because it's like he's being enslaved. He calls it slavery. Do you agree with that?
Did I hear royalty
Yeah,
exists
yeah.
in Nollywood? I'm surprised. That's I'm surprised to hear. Well, does that exist? I don't know. Maybe it exists in the music industry, but I don't know if royal. Yeah. Oh,
No, he was talking about soap opera, right?
yeah.
Because he was in a soap opera like that's being aired like all the time, and he included that because apart from soap opera, he's also an actor that does normal films and all that. So
Yeah.
he was like, how can he be in a movie that you guys still air like after 10 the 20 years, you still make money off it and just pay me once? I should be getting paid like
Of
from the
course.
sales of the
Of
film.
course. Of course. Of course. I mean, royalty is very important. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, if there were royalties, I think a lot of some of my colleagues who you know became sick or something and
I
died.
mean, now we're talking about NSR Suzu.
Yeah, you know, if he was getting royalties from all the productions he did in the past, he should be fine. He should
Yeah,
have been fine. You know,
yeah.
but no, nah, royalties careful. No, not in Nigeria. Not in Nigeria.
This coming from we are Nigerians, right? And I feel sad about that. At the same time, it's funny, right? Like, why would you be in a movie and that's it? Like, that's it. Even after 20 years, 30 years, you're getting nothing. Now, if that movie sells like sells on different platforms, sell millions of dollars, it has nothing to do with you anymore.
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. It was like when was it African Magic or something? You know, when they started taking Nigeria movies.
Yes, yes, that time. Yeah, were they paying you guys?
No, but by right, we were supposed to be getting paid from that. Okay?
Wow.
Well, Nigeria? No, no, no. You know, the worst part is there was even a time I saw my face on a poster of a film that I did not take part in.
Wow.
It didn't happen once, it didn't happen twice. I even called some prominent marketers that I knew back then. They were like, Fox, Just let it be. You just waste your money. You don't have to drag them to court. Just let it be.
Hey.
You know what they did? Okay, I was part of the production. I worked for the guy who owns the film once. A totally different film. Now he shot a different film altogether from the one I shot with him. Then he took just a scene from the old film I shot with him and created like a dream sequence in the new film, and then showed a girl dreaming about me in the new film, and just that alone made him put my face on the poster. Can you imagine that?
How did you go about what did you do after that? Like you just let it go? Like
What can I do? Yeah.
wow.
Just, do we have a structure? There's no structure.
Structure.
How do you want to talk about it? Just gonna waste your money for nothing. And then at the end of the day, they probably will just blacklist you. Like
Yeah.
back then, yeah, they have the union. They're like, this one they give trouble. Okay, boom.
Let's come out town for road.
That's it. You know?
Wow. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
Um now would you call that, like we said, we talked about royalties and all that. Would you call it slavery? Do you
Mm,
consider it, slavery?
well, I think slavery is a strong one. It's too strong. I would just call it exploitation. You know, I'll call it exploitation.
Okay. Because for me, I think I'll call it slavery too, not like seriously, but I'll call it slavery too because it's typically like if you look at it, it's almost the same thing. I'm working for you, like this is my brain, this is my talent, and I'm
Yeah.
doing it, and not it's like I'm not getting paid. Like after getting paid once, then that is it. The owner, just like the slavery, they go to the farm and they feed these slaves, give them peanuts, to feed enough to be able to work on the farm. And
Yeah.
after that, then that's it. The slave masters make times 50 of that money that these slaves like doing. Like so that's why like I kind of agree with what he said, on that. So it's more like slavery for me.
Well, when you put it like that, then yeah, I tend to agree. I just didn't want to sound too harsh, but
Yeah. Do you think that's would be do you see a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, do you think this will come to an end? Oh God Almighty!
you know I'm laughing.
Why? I
It's
think
gonna
I
get
know.
worse. It's gonna get worse because things are
Wow.
getting worse. People are hungry. They are desperate. They're even
Yeah.
gonna do it more now than they used to do it before because people are desperate.
Oh
So
man.
no, it's going nowhere. There's no structure in place. So no, it's going nowhere.
So, what was the pay? Because I um found out that you were part of the highest paid actors then. So, what was
Yeah.
the pay like then?
Well,
Your own standard of living.
yeah. Well, it was good. I mean, considering that you had multiple productions coming in and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was good. But like I said, good when you're living in Nigeria.
When you
So
leave, that's
in Nigeria when you say million, big money.
it.
But but I think 10,000 euros here alone is already, I don't know how much it is. I don't know what's the exchange rate though. But when you think about 10,000 euros, and then you say you're an actor, and then they're paying you 10,000 euros. What? Like an extra or what? That you'll be earning 10,000 euros.
Wow.
But when you convert it to naira, then you're
It's
paying
like
me.
yes.
That's the thing. So, well, but it was still okay back then because I mean, for Niger level, it was okay. It was okay.
Um now we've spent a while, talking about your acting and all that. Now let's talk about, your music. At some point you tried music. How was the experience? And are you still doing music?
Yes, yes, yes. Music is life. Music. I would
Music
say,
is life.
yeah, music is my first calling. Acting, music was primary, acting secondary. So yeah, I'm still doing music. I have a band out here, although we can't do anything because of the pandemic right now. And yeah, I've recorded multiple songs. I just tried, to put out one single just to test the waters and everything. But yeah, music is something I'm never gonna give up on. I'm always gonna be doing music.
Okay.
I love
Um,
it.
so Ramsey Noah was he into? I think it was into music himself. Before acting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's funny because I'm hearing that from you.
He was rapping.
It was rapping.
Yeah.
So how was it then? Is he whack or?
No, no, no. I mean, back then, like, no, he was good. I don't know if he would do same kind of rap now. Maybe it wouldn't flow. But back then, yeah.
So it seems like almost all the actors then did music before or during their acting careers. Desmond Elliott, I remember Desmond Elliott, having did something. Omotola, Jim Ike, Genevieve, or Sophia, and so on. Like it was like, why is it then? Because everybody was like, why is it like Nollywood actors, delving into this thing, like trying their hands on
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
I don't suffer no be small.
Okay, I guess yes.
But most of them were not the ones singing.
Really?
Cool. They were just miming. They were
Oh.
just like your software. It was no software singing. Of course not.
It wasn't not Sophia singing.
Of course not. It was no
I didn't
software.
know. I didn't know.
Most of them were just miming. Most of them were miming. Okay, Genevieve did an album back then in Ghana. Yeah,
Yeah.
with Genevieve. But
Yeah.
I know at some point they also offered me money to come and mime to a full album. So they
Wow.
released it like that. So I said to them, no.
So they want to use your image.
Yeah. So I said no. I said I'm not going to do that. You know, I mean, first of all, even the standard of the music is unique. Come on, man. But no, yeah, for real. They offered me money to do the same thing.
So how does it work? Do they offer people money and be like, okay, this is take this? Because I thought this was just these people's interest. The actors would be like, oh, I want to sing, and just walk into the studio and start recording.
No, the actor is already established. I mean, countless times. There was even one time, one marketer said, "Oh, there's this gospel album and da da da. You want to use your name to sell the music." Just like Milli Vanilli. Remember, "Girl, you know it's true." It
Yeah.
was the same thing. The real guys who did the songs were not as good looking as the ones they used
Whoa.
to promote the song. Okay,
Wow.
so it's basically simple. Okay, Kimowo is already famous and everything, so yeah. And this soundtrack sounds good, so let's just use Kimowo to market the music.
Wow.
So that was what it was all about. It's not like I'm letting the cat out of the bag. I'm sure a lot of people
Know that. Yeah.
already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
So, you recorded Sunshine in 2018. Do you still have something, to say about that? Like, because yeah, I watched the video. It's a nice video and all that, and it was, in 2018. So,
yeah.
what was the whole thing like?
Sunshine. Okay.
How did you get the inspiration?
For Sunshine.
Yeah,
What's happened? I think Sunshine was one of the songs I wrote in less than an hour or something.
less
Sometimes,
than an hour.
yes, yeah. Sometimes, I just music. Music is mysterious. Like There are songs that could give you tough time, and you're trying to create a bridge, or then it's just hanging there, then you just let it stay, you
Yeah,
know. And there are songs that just flow, like you pick up the guitar, like for those who can play instruments,
just
and
comes
then
easy.
it just comes and it just flows. That's the way Sunshine just came. I think I wrote Sunshine within an hour. Yeah, I decided to put it out there. I have so many other songs, and but one thing, I'm not doing music for the money. The money can come afterwards. I'm doing music because of the love I have for music, and I'm trying to do music with a message. Sunshine is a love song, but I have all the songs that are deep that talk about different situations. So that's why I'm doing music. I'm not doing it because I want to blow, you
Yeah.
know. And yeah.
Well, this brings us to our next question. In 2011, Neka featured you in Something to Say. Now,
Oh yeah.
apart from like saying like what was the experience like or something, I'm interested in this because Neka is one of my favorite artists of all time. All time.
Next,
How did that
yeah,
happen? How did you make that happen? How did she like featuring Patata Neka? Come on, man.
yeah. Because Neka, she's half German. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was also living in Hamburg, and yeah, we happened to run into each other at the studio once in a while, and yeah, and we've also performed together, some concerts and everything. So she knew, she knew that I could do something. So, and I think it was also important for her back then too, because she wanted to go back to Nigeria and try to penetrate the Nigerian market as well. So you know, so she reached out to me and said, "Oh, let's do a song together." That's how it happened. Something to say. Yeah, that's how we put that.
Wow, amazing. I know we said an hour is like an hour and something minutes already. But let me
I'll
just
give you a 20 minutes bonus if you want.
oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I was like, oh my god. Now, do you have an album like like do you have an album out there? Like
No, no, not yet.
why? Like why? Like you've been in this music for a while, but why?
I recorded a full album in Nigeria.
Full album.
Yes, yes. I worked with Majek Fashek. Whole,
Oh my god, Majek Fashek, man.
yeah. Majek, it was one of my mentors.
May he still rest in peace. Yeah, he's a great man. Yeah,
Yeah. Really great, really great. And I hope to keep his legacy
sure.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of the love I had for, should I say I had because okay, love I have for him. It doesn't matter if it's
It's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
you know. I decided to use the same musicians who played for him. Like Majaku, Emerson McCloy, and yeah, and Mecca, Justy. They were the ones who played in when I recorded my album.
Wow.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I sat back and I listened. Back then, okay, it would have made sense, but afterwards I listened and I said, no, I'm not going to leave this. I have to redo most of the songs.
You're a perfectionist. Like
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's a problem. It's not the best thing. It's good to an extent, but it's not the best thing.
wow, man.
But I've already recorded another album now, but I don't want to throw it all out. I'm just going to release like a few singles, and then maybe afterwards I'll bring out the album.
Wow. Now, what does it take? Let us go back to acting. What does it take to be like a good actor? Like what does it take?
Um, passion. Passion is one thing, you know. You need to, and then you need to know within yourself if you have the talent. You know, some people have the talent; it's inborn, and some have to
Work.
develop talent or work. Yeah, you know, just like when you talk about Messi and Ronaldo, Messi is a natural born footballer.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is a footballer, but he had to
Yeah.
work
Yeah. Work hard to sharpen his skill.
exactly, you know. So same when you talk about acting, you need to have the talent first of all, and then the passion. Because having the talent is not enough if the passion is not there.
Yeah. True.
You know, there's a difference between the person who is going into acting because he wants to become famous,
True.
acting all the babes and everything. Right?
Yeah.
The person who has love
Yeah.
for this, you know,
His craft.
exactly. So when you put them side by side, you can easily tell that okay, this person loves what he's doing, and this person is just doing it for doing sake.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it takes: passion and the love and the yeah, and then dedication,
Dedication. Yeah.
patience,
Patience is important, right?
patience.
Huh.
Else you're gonna be frustrated.
Yeah.
Go for one or two auditions and you fail. If you're not patient, then that's it. You know?
So being a seasoned actor, have you sat back and watch a movie and be like, this actor, he's not really a good actor. Have you had that feeling like
I've seen I've seen some, yeah, of course. I mean, I criticize my own self, so I do. So yeah, I've seen some movies, and yeah, I'm like, what the heck? What have they been doing? I'm like, and you can easily tell that okay, this is a low budget. You can have a low budget production that still makes sense, but you can also tell like, okay, yeah, they're just doing this like they just gathered people and then gave them money. They didn't even care. They didn't audition them and everything. Yeah, seen that.
I just felt like it's gonna be hard being an actor and also like watching because there'll be a lot of criticism going on in your head. Like, like that's what I'm saying. Like, and being a
Yeah,
perfectionist as well, it's gonna be difficult like to like watch most Nigerian movies sometimes, and criticism will just be rolling in your head. Like, I don't know if you have something like that. Like, like
well, I have an issue. Okay, let me say with Netflix now.
okay.
At first, when you talk about the first Nigerian movies that hit Netflix, they were really, really good. You know, well produced, good actors. You know, you can tell that this. I mean, it's not like it's of a Hollywood standard or something, but you can tell that they put in a lot of effort to produce those movies. But now, I don't know what's going on. I turn on Netflix and then I see some films. And I'm like,
They're really bad.
yeah, how did this?
I'm a blogger. I mean, I'll go straight to the point. They are quite bad. Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
why? You have this platform
Yes.
that you're supposed to use it to project the industry
True.
to a higher level, and then you guys are trying to reel it again, just like they did with Africa Magic or something. It was the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it got to a point where, let's say, for instance, they want to pay you, let's say, $10,000. I'm just saying, just an
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
to have your film on Africa Magic back then. Then you see producers who will go and say, "Yeah, I will give you four of my films for 5,000."
Wow.
Yeah, just like on Netflix, I'm sure there are some producers right now. I'm
Yeah.
sure there are some producers now that will even give their movies to Netflix for free,
For free.
just for it to be on record that their film is on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, believe me,
Wow.
to get to that point, like, yeah, my film don't be Netflix too, you know that. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. So it's terrible.
It's terrible. I was, it got to a point. I stopped watching Nollywood movies on Netflix. In fact, the ones that I see on YouTube are even better than the ones I see on Netflix. You know, like, and I felt bad because Netflix is that platform Nollywood, need to take advantage of, like, because most people here, in America, in everywhere, like around the world that are not
Yeah,
Nigerians, want to watch Nollywood on Netflix, because they feel like, I have access to it, why can't I watch it?
yeah.
If you put those movies on there, these people will be like, I thought, like Nollywood was one of the best in Africa. Like, what's going on? But that's a lie. We were still one of the best. There's so many good Nollywood movies online.
Yes,
They're not just on Netflix. They're not on Netflix.
that's true. That's true. But they are starting to bastardize Netflix, and well, it's not a good thing.
What would you, if you were still active, what would you have done differently? Like, if you have that power, like maybe you're already into movies, or you have, I don't know what you think about, being the AGN president or something. If you are in that position of power, being the AGN president, so what would you have done differently?
Um, it will be difficult, like Nigeria, no matter the good intentions you have, man. No matter your good intentions, you have people pulling you down from every, they won't let those good
That's
intentions
all.
to life. They will try, like they say, force and sound for Gary. They will not allow you. They will not allow you, to operate the way you want to operate. You
Yeah,
know,
sure.
and me basically, if I do a production now, I will not call it Hollywood production. Oh, no, I won't call it a Nollywood.
Production.
No, no, no. It's not even Hollywood. I'm not in Nigeria. so,
True.
so I'll give it a different brand or a different name altogether.
Wow. Um, First, I want to say thank you, for honoring my invitation. It's been, quite a conversation, and I just want to, like, end the first, right. This, I saw the question, in the there, but here it just came to me, like, do you cook? Like, are you a chef, or like, because I saw a video where you did this food, and I felt I was salivating.
No, actually, I love cooking. I love cooking. It's like it's something I do for fun.
Okay.
All three of us, like, we're six in the family, so all the guys, we
Did you learn
all.
that from your mom, or it just came? Like, it's just something that.
Yeah, I think it's inborn. I mean, having sisters and my mom and everything, you know, yeah, when they're doing things, you pick them, you learn, you know, yeah.
How
But
many how many boys are there in your family again? Sorry.
we're six in total: three boys, three girls.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
three boys and three girls. Yeah, and we all cook. We all cook.
Everybody cooks.
Yeah, yeah, we love to cook.
Wow.
It's fun. It's fun. Like I like to create different recipes. And yeah, it's fun.
um. Okay.
Oh, first of all, sorry. I read one of the comments, like when I posted one of my cooking videos
Okay.
on Instagram, and people were like, "Yeah, but doesn't he have a wife, or doesn't he have a girlfriend?" Or da, da,
Yeah,
da.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm coming to that. That's what I was like. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is this: I want people to understand something. The kitchen is not meant for women only.
True.
It's not meant for women only. Even if you're married and you can cook, and you have a wife and family and everything, come on, once in a while, give your wife a break. go into the kitchen and prepare food for the family. The kitchen is not meant for women only. It's for anybody who can cook.
True.
So this issue of it's not necessary. you know.
And lastly, this is like, has nothing to do with acting or entertainment, but what is your thought about Biafra wanting to leave Nigeria? It seems like you support it, and I saw a post on your page. That's why I'm asking.
Well, first and foremost, if we're honest, that entity called Nigeria is not working.
True.
It's not working. I have to be honest about it. I mean, I know a lot of people are just trying to shy away from it because they are scared of what will happen, or if I talk what's in my mind now, maybe I won't get jobs or anything. But the truth is, it is not working. Why do you have to waste or shed innocent blood just to keep the entity called Nigeria? It's not by force. It's not by force. I mean, the people that created that entity, Nigeria is a company. It's not a country. It's a company. It's a company run by the British. And they have their caretakers.
Yeah.
It's a company. And the point is this: if Britain can leave the EU without a bloodshed, right? We just had a referendum. The people decided that, okay, we want to leave the EU. So why then should we not have the right to decide? I'm for a referendum. I'm for people. I want people to say where they want to be. It's not. I have friends from different parts of Nigeria or different parts of the world. It doesn't mean that if the country breaks, I mean, we still travel to Ghana, to different parts of Africa to do things, right? So I believe that it's better for us to have a referendum and then let the people decide if they still want to be a part of the company. If not, give me my own share. Let me go.
Make I go my way.
Yes. You don't have to be killing people and be forcing them. Most of these people who are, okay, for instance, Buhari, if he's still alive or if he's not, I don't know. But how many times did he marry? Is Aisha his first wife?
No, I don't think so.
So why didn't he stay with the other ones? Because things were not working out.
Yeah, true.
So it's the same thing. You by force, I say no, it must work. We must stay married. No.
True.
So that's the reason why I am pro Biafra.
Yeah.
Because I believe that we all, not that I believe, it's reality. We all existed in our different kingdoms or our different countries before the British came and joined us all together. Yeah. Without our consent. We didn't say, just like talking about slavery and everything.
Yeah.
We didn't say.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I don't see any reason why things should be like that. And no. It's totally wrong. And that's the reason, people are talking about NSAS and everything.
Yes.
Oh, and for a week, I cried for a week when I saw how they wasted
lives of young people.
And that is not how can you call that a country?
Mm-hmm.
How can somebody call that a country where young people are kneeling down and singing your so-called national anthem and waving your flag, and you shoot them, and you have a president who never said a word about it?
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. No. Yeah. Let's have a referendum. Let us decide where we want to be. If we say, okay, we want to be together, fine. But if the people don't want to be together, then let them go.
Do you think this will cause war?
That's no one.
Because Yorubas there's agitation now in the western region.
Yes.
Now, the Biafra now there's agitation. So
yeah,
where are we headed right now?
Where we headed? Okay. It's either there's a peaceful resolution to this, or more innocent souls will just be wasted, which shouldn't be. That's why I talked about Brexit. They left. No single soul was wasted. They left. They had a referendum and they said, okay, we don't want to be a part of the EU anymore. Why can't we do the same? Why can't we? When the owners of the company left EU, we killed them. No, they left. Ah, why can't we do the same? So they shouldn't wait until it gets to that point where people start to take up arms to defend themselves. It's getting there.
Yeah.
You asked if it's going to lead to a war, right?
Yeah.
There's already war going on.
Wow.
There's war going on, of course. There's
Yeah.
war going on. You know how many people are being killed every day?
Yeah.
People
True.
killed by the head of the headsman and everything. There's already war going on. It's a war situation out there.
They just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, there's war. There's war going on. There's war going on. You can't travel from one state to another.
Yeah.
There's war.
Yeah. There's war going on. Yeah.
But it shouldn't be. Why are you fighting to defend what you didn't create?
Yeah.
The fraud, the silly fraud Lugard, who with his girlfriend, I don't even care about the name, came together and
give us
nigger area. Huh? Like slaves, you know, like kind of we say it's a zoo. I say it's a jungle because a zoo is more organized.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a jungle. So that's my take on it. No hate. I don't hate houses. I don't hate Yorubas. I don't hate.
Oh yeah, it's understandable. You know. Yeah.
I hate bloodshed.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill people to defend what you didn't create.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate. I hope we do this next time again. You know, like, you know, I'm gonna reach out again. Like when they start disturbing me to interview you all over again. Yeah, I will do that, and I'm hoping that you're going to, you know, honor our invitation again.
Yes, of course. As long as there's breath, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and this is where we're going to hold it. Thank you so much.
Right,
really appreciate it. I really appreciate that.
Thanks too for having me.
Yeah. Take care.
All right.
Bye. Okay, guys. That is it with Attah, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed the whole thing. I know I wasn't able to take all your questions, but yeah, that is just it. And yeah, we're gonna see you next time. Thank you so much for staying around. Take care of yourself and bye.